So a lot of times you ask me, what do I do during that focused intentional time? What's a day look like for a network marketer? Well, we're all different, of course, with our schedules. Some of you are working full time, have two, three, four, or more children. You got a husband at home, and then you're coming home and building your It Works business. So that day looks totally different than someone who perhaps has one child or two children, or maybe as many as eight, because some of you do, and you're stay-at-home moms. So, let's mix that up a little bit, and I'll try to give you the best scenario that I remember from being that stay-at-home mom, working a business, wanting this so badly to work for me and my family. Well, again, it goes back to setting those intentional goals throughout the day. I knew I had so much time on my hand. And so what I would do is I would carve out those hours when the kids were in school. Let's say it was from 8 to 12. And I knew in between those times, I wanted to take care of myself. I love to work out, so I would get my walk in or get my workout in. And then let's say it's 9:30 to 12, and that's your work time. Well, utilize it. Don't in between that go and do laundry or take a phone call from someone outside of work, because that's your work time. It's no different than if you go and check in at an office and punch a time clock. You're on your own time clock, and you're going to get paid a lot for this. So your hours could be worth several hundred to several $1,000s an hour. It's all in the way you look at it. So I looked at it potentially thousands of dollars an hour, so I valued those hours. So between 9:30 and 12, if you don't have any set appointments, why don't you go out and blitz? Why don't you do follow-up calls? Follow up with your customers. A lot of you ask me about customers and how do I maintain my customers? That's through service. Servicing your customers and letting them know you care. The more you let them know you care, the more you'll keep them. Distributors, follow up with your distributors during this time. If they're also stay-at-home moms, why don't you get with them? Go out together. Even if you have little ones, you can blitz together at a park, anywhere with the kids and strollers. You can do it if your heart is right and you really want to build your business. And then let's say you take time for lunch. You've got an hour or two in the afternoon. Again, we're back to focused work, follow-up calls, blitzing. You can have day wrap parties. You don't just have to have wrap parties at night. You can have them during the day. I remember doing many wrap parties during the day. Now you can do online wrap parties with Facebook. But I find a lot of times we get stuck behind Facebook, and we end up spending 2-3 hours there, and it's like driving in a car and you get somewhere, you don't know how you got there because your mind was somewhere else. Don't waste time on Facebook. Utilize Facebook as a great tool, because that's what it is, to connect with people. After all, it is social media, and the biggest part of that is social. So keep it a lot social. Show during the day some of the fun things that you're doing with the kids. There's not a mom out there that wouldn't want to be able to take their child to the park at 11 in the morning on a Tuesday. So make sure that you're taking those hours and you're building those hours with intentional focus, building your business, utilizing the tools that we have, the advantage that we have with that crazy wrap thing, and most importantly, keep it fun.